Hello everyone, welcome back to the Java tutorial series. In this video, we will learn about the nested if statement in Java, its syntax, and how it can be used to check multiple conditions. So, first question is, what is nested if? So, a nested if means placing one if statement inside another if statement. It is useful when a second condition should be checked only after the first condition becomes true. So, what does it mean? So, it is useful when a second condition should be checked only after the first condition becomes true. So, if first condition becomes true, it will execute the inside statements of the if block and it will reach to the inside if block which holds condition 2. Then again it will check the condition 2, and if it is true, then again it will execute the lines of code inside if block, and after completion again it will execute the lines of code inside outer if block. So this is the execution flow of nested if statement. So syntax is very simple. First, condition 1 is evaluated. If it is true, the control enters the outer if block and then checks condition 2. If condition 2 is also true, the inner if block executes. So let's open IntelliJ and see the example. So we are looking nested if statement. So let's say int age equals to 20 and boolean has license equals to true. So we have initialized two variables, age and has license. Now we will write for nested if. So this is outer if and condition is age greater than or equals to 18. Then we will print this is outer if statement. Outer if opening after outer if first statement. Then inside if we will write another if statement. Here we will provide condition 2, that is has license, and here we will add a print statement stating that this is inner if statements, and then again print statement stating that this is outer if last statement. See, I am adding print statements so that we have the better clarity on the execution part. So we have initialized two variables, age and has license, with the value age equals to 20 and has license equal to true, since it is Boolean type. Now this is first condition, age greater than equals to 18. Since first condition 20 is greater than 18, it will enter inside the if block and it will print the first statement, that is, this is outer if first statement. Then in the next line, again if block, and this is condition 2. Why we are saying condition 2? Because it is inside the if block and this is another condition. So if has license is true, which is true because we have declared true, then it will execute the inside if block, inner if block, and it will print this is inner if statement. After that, it will execute next line and it will print this is outer if last statement. So if you observe, I have added the inner if in between outer if first statement and outer if last statement. So let's run the program and see the output. So here we can see the output as this is outer if first statement and this is inner if statement, and the last line, this is outer if last statement. So to execute, let's add one more print statement here. I will state can drive since age is greater than equals to 18. So the person must satisfy two conditions. First, the age should be at least 18. Then the person must have a driving license. As we are checking two conditions, since both conditions are true, the message can drive is displayed. Let's rerun and verify. So here inside inner if statement we can see can drive. That means both conditions are true. Let's take one more example. Let me comment this one. Int age equals to 20. I am taking similar example. Boolean has license equals to false, and if age is greater than or equals to 18 and if has license, then print can drive. So what we are doing here, we initialize two variable age with 20 and has license with false. So in the first condition we are checking whether age is greater than or equals to 18. Since age is 20, this condition will return true. Then inside this outer if block, again nested if, another if block, that is inner if, has license. Since it is false, it will not execute, it will not go inside the block to execute inner statements, and it will go out. So it will not print anything. Let's run the program and see the output. So in the output, we cannot see any print statements since this second condition is returning false and it is not coming to execute this line. So in this example, the outer condition is true because the age is 20, but the inner condition is false because the person does not have a license. Therefore, the inner block is not executed. So let me take one more similar example. Int age equals to, let's say, 16 and boolean has license equals to true. If age is greater than or equals to 18, and if has license, then print can drive. So I have changed only one place, that is age equal to 16. So here the outer condition itself is false because the age is less than 18. Therefore, the program never reaches the inner statement of the inner if block. Let's run and verify. So in the output we cannot see anything since the program never reaches the inner if block, inner if statement. So the flow of nested if is like it will check the outer condition. If it is true, then it will check the inner condition. If inner condition is true, then it will execute the inner block. Otherwise, skip this block. So let's summarize what we have learned so far. So today we learned about the nested if statement, its syntax, and how it works through different examples. That's all for this video. I hope this tutorial helped you understand nested if statements. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.